what advice would you share with new hardware founders? What mistakes to avoid? What lessons you have learned that people should consider early on in their journey?
Yeah, the devil's in the details. So you can design a system and it might look great. It might look great on paper, but where the engineering comes in is all the fits and the fits and making everything fit together properly and so that it functions in the intended way. I've seen many projects fail or struggle over and over because the detail and the thought wasn't put in at that design level, and considering all the mechanisms and the tolerances required to make a system work. So that's a lot of work. It takes a lot of thought, and you can't just slap something together and expect it to work.
Right. What about the customer side of things? Design is one thing. Getting the understanding of the problem early on, incorporating what the use cases are, what the customer is actually looking for, what they're willing to pay for early on. Do you incorporate that into the design?
That's I don't know if that's really relevant to my experience. So I
Okay,
might have to pass on that question.
got it. So you design for the problem, and not necessarily uh, look at what a potential customer might be looking for early on, right?
Well, yeah, well, you always have to think about the use case, right? So is the
Hmm.
customer, is it a factory that they're putting things together, or is it a human that's going to be interacting with this, or what is it? So that has to be obviously taken into consideration from the very beginning.
Yeah. And talking about Stackable, you've obsessed over the details. It's apparent. You've poured lots and lots of hours and days and weeks and months. You've poured not just sweat equity, but you've poured lots of cash into it. That level of personal commitment, um, does that change how you make decisions?
You got to be, yeah, yeah. I think you become extra careful when it's your money. Um, but that's a good way to think about it. Everybody should think about it like that when they're working for a company and designing something, for a company. They should be thinking about, oh, if this was my money, is this the way I would do it? Would I spend this money? Um,
Hmm.
is this the most efficient way to do it? Is there a better way to do it? Right? You always want to be thinking through those various options.
Hmm. Those different dimensions.